Welcome to the Sana Project, where we take you well beyond our everyday skin clinic practices and give you insights to our philosophy. This collaborative podcast is hosted by our team and guest experts in various fields. So let us take you to Skinfinity and beyond, where we will be covering topics on skin, internal health, mind, soul, energy, life, and integrated practices. Our hope is to spark thoughts that resonate and serve you to make conscious choices to live your best life. So sit back, relax, and let's get into it.
Welcome back to another episode of the Sana Project. I'm back with Aisha here and we're going to go deep again. So today we actually had a bit of a chat before, and I think today's topic is going to be around why women always deflect compliments. So I see it all the time, like most simplest thing, like, if I'd say, hey, your hair looks really nice today, and you go, oh my God, but it's so frizzy and this and this and that. It's really, most women cannot really take that on board because the way they perceive themselves is nowhere near that perfection that you might see in someone else.
Do you reckon that's what it is?
I don't know.
Okay, what do you do when you receive compliments?
I get really awkward.
Yeah, so why? Why do you reckon?
Why? I don't know. I think I'm more used to giving compliments and receiving it, and I never really stopped fully to think about why.
You just said it. Women are more comfortable with serving and giving, sacrificing, right, and doing rather than receiving. And it's fucked because if you even look at it on a physical body level, right, even through intimacy, we receive.
Yeah, right.
That's our nature.
It is.
Right, so we've sort of twisted it, and it's not to say that we don't serve. We're the best at service. We're nurturers. We give too, but we're also meant to receive. And so think about it that way. It's like you're actually denying a massive part of being feminine and your own power because we block that. And we're out of harmony then.
Yeah, right. I think it also comes down to, I don't know, I actually, like when I think about the way that I grew up compared to my kids now, like, bloody social media, like you're always looking at that perfection, you kind of compare yourself to that, and that always leaves you feeling less than what you should be really feeling. That's just confident and proud of who you are. And
yeah. But I challenge that too though.
Okay.
Because yes, like I look at movies and movie stars before when I was growing up, no social media, and I then used to think, oh my God, they're incredible, perfect, immaculate. With social media, and now, especially now, not early stages, but now we got shown that there's filters, there's things that you can, like.
Oh, the whole Photoshop thing.
That's the word.
Oh, they're crazy.
Photoshop, this, that, the other. So magazines, we had magazines, right?
True.
So think about this. We had the image already. We did have Dolly magazine and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I was more ignorant that time because I used to look at that. It was perfect skin, perfect body, perfect hair, perfect makeup, perfect everything.
Yeah. Honestly,
I was so naive that I thought that was real. I didn't know that they Photoshop so much. And now, so that's the thing. It's not that we didn't have it. We had it. We had it in magazines, but I also didn't know that there was Photoshop and there was filters and all this stuff. I didn't know. Now, I think the problem is not that we are lacking that information. I just think it's so much of it. We're bombarded with it.
Yeah, it's very much in your face,
so
isn't it?
Everywhere.
On a daily.
So that's the thing, and I think we forget, and we have to remind ourselves that, hold on, this person really doesn't look like that.
Yeah.
So you can use that to your benefit. And
yeah.
I think there is a space for people that are more natural and sort of like understanding that, your hair as it is flopping, it's actually quite beautiful, and then if you look at nature and stuff, nothing is so perfect.
Yeah.
So I think if you really look at beauty, I said mess is just as beautiful as like real clean structure, you know. That clean structure is very masculine, but if you look at a wild woman, if you look at like someone who's living free, you never look at it as a very structured, disciplined look, do you?
No.
When you think of freedom, if I even said it to you, look at freedom in an animal, you see the long hair of mane of the horse, you know, they're running free. It looks a little bit messy and just windblown and stuff. It's never like the ones that are in the show and it's like, do you know what I'm saying?
I know, I do. So really it is just mainly in our mind that we really perceive things like that.
Yeah,
the way we, it's that internal talk to yourself. Like to give you an example, like, you know, we, let's say a new client comes in and they've got whatever their skin concern might be, like, you know, our job is really to look beyond that.
Yeah.
But all they can see is that imperfection that they so hate.
That's right, because our definition mentally, okay, so now look at the difference, right? Mentally, our definition of beauty is perfection. Yeah. Right? But think about on a visual level, if I said what is beauty in nature, you will tell me the wild winds, that, like I said, the horse, the freedom, that, right? So think about that. We have somehow been conditioned to believe mentally on a thought process, beauty looks very structured and perfect. Yeah. But on an internal knowing level, we actually determine beauty as being free, wild, raw, natural, expressive, authentic, right? And so do you see how we've got conflict?
Yeah, because no one walks around with a filter on their face. They have not invented that yet. We even started making a point that me and the other girls, like, we've got days where we don't wear makeup, you know, where we just, everyone's got their little things that they would love to improve. And I mean, we're here to do that for people, but also along the way, bloody celebrate what you do have. Don't just look like, you know, sort of narrow focused on. And
that's and that's exactly right. It's like, it's not denying one, it's just saying, hey, beauty is beyond what we've mentally perceived it to be, right? Beauty is so much more like, you look at a kid and you're like, oh my God, they're, you know, stunning, they're amazing. It's because there's those imperfections and the messy hair and whatever, and they're not trying to smile for the camera. Yeah. You know, they smile, you know, or they're laughing. And so I think it's important now for women to actually redefine what beauty is, so that when you are complimented, you can understand, they are seeing true beauty. Yeah. You know, because if your hair does look crazy in the wind and it looks like that, that's beautiful. Yeah, it actually is.
Oh, it really is. And I remember, like, one of your events, we did this little exercise where you sat in front, sort of opposite each other, and you just stared in each other's eyes. And I think I was paired with what's her name?
Who?
At your house. Oh, it doesn't even matter.
Isabel?
No. Oh, it doesn't matter. But anyway, but then we had to sort of just give each other compliments. And that was so weird to begin with, because, like, she went first and she told me all these things. I'm like, oh my God, this is so bizarre. And it actually made me feel really uncomfortable at first. But then it was just actually really nice to receive that and to really take that in. Yeah. And not straight away your brain starts going, but no, like, you know, but I see, but you should see me, like, in the mornings, you know. Yes. So
isn't it crazy?
That was really, really, it was a challenging exercise.
It was good though.
But it was good.
Yeah.
And I guess that's what they say as well, like, when you do that to yourself in the mirror, when you sort of start challenging and changing your self-talk.
Yeah. And listen, this is not about saying, I look in the mirror and I love everything and nothing needs to change. It's not about that, right? It's like really loving yourself where you're at now. Yeah. But 100%, like, right now in my life, I want to be fitter. Yeah. Right? So it's always expansiveness. There's always growth. There's always room for growth, but it's not coming from a place of, I lack, I'm not good enough, I have no worth, my value's shit, and that's why I need to do this. Not that. It's just there's an excitement for just evolution and growth. Yeah. Right? It's just like, oh, what can I try now? It's more that. It's like, what can I explore now? What can I do now? You know, and it's And that's how kids actually are at a really good place, because they take all that in, they take where they're at. They're not denying what they're at, but they're always curious and they're always exploring what next, what now. Yeah. And I think that's what we lose. So it's about loving yourself in the mirror and where you're at now and appreciating all that, and then saying, okay, like, what do I want to experience next?
I love that. Yeah. So it's about adding, not just filling gaps that you think you have.
Yeah, there are no gaps. And I don't even know if it's about adding, but I feel like just growing more, like growing, trying, exploring. Like, think about what kids do naturally. Yeah. They're so curious. Yeah. You know, how fit can I be? You know, at my age, what can I do? What can I still do? And stuff like that. And
you know what? The other thing is to go and, like, by the example of kids, like, you can really see the excitement and the pride in them when they do something, when they do reach something. Exactly. And I think, like, going back to just, you know, your skin issues or concerns, like, we really make a point in celebrating those little steps. But people go like, I want to be there and I want to be there now. And I'm like, okay, hang on a second. So let's just celebrate your little steps along the way. And then that's actually taking people back to look at it in a slightly different way. And even just like, if it's something like, you know, let's say we're working on the skin and we've brought on the naturopath, and maybe they had a session with you and they genuinely start feeling better, like, you know, in their guts, in their energy levels, in their general happiness. Yeah. Sometimes it will take a little while until they really start seeing the changes within their skin, but that in itself is a huge win already. Huge.
Exactly. You know what? The biggest hurdle is to just love where you're at. Yeah. You know, and if you can then explore stuff from there, you're already winning. Yeah. You're already winning.
Yeah. And I think, like, you know, how good does it feel if you give someone a compliment and you can see them, even if it's a little, you know, that little giggle or something, like the way you make them feel. Yeah. Why do we not allow ourselves to feel that way when someone gives us a compliment?
And I think that's a great way to end the video, is to say, moving forward, like, when you have opportunities that you are receiving compliments, you know what? See if you can just be still with it. Yeah. Receive it. Not say anything back, right? Not like quickly just go, no, you're so amazing too. Like, you can say that later. But sit with it for a bit. Like, see if you can actually honor that and receive it, and see how comfortable you can make yourself over time receiving those things. You know, I think that's a great practice for women.
I'll give that a go. All right.
There you go.
Okay, see you next time.
Bye.
If you enjoyed this episode, share it with your friends and get involved in our socials to help shape the topics on this podcast. We'd love to meet you. You can simply book from our webpage or reach out. We are here to help.